Howdy! Welcome to the Busted Knees and Pretty Trees podcast. We're grateful to have you. Gather around and pack it in. I am Travis J. White, co-host and proud member of the Busted Trio. We know there's thousands upon thousands of y'all binge listening to our backpacking episodes, getting fired up for your first adventure on the trail. You've acquired the big three: shelter, sleeping sack, and of course the pack. You've gathered your freeze-dried meals, chocolate bars, trail mix, and sardines, headlamp, latrine shovel, bear spray, rain gear, water filter, wool socks, fresh undies, paracord, sunglasses, toothbrush, battery pack, and so on.
Yeah, that's
My 50
cool.
cord.
That's cool.
Now it's all splayed out in disarray right in the middle of the living room. Your boozed-up guest keeps stepping on your shit every time they need a fresh brewski from the kitchen on football Sunday. The cat is sharpening his claws on your new sleeping mat, and the dogs have been side-eyeing that pile of loot all day, waiting for the perfect opportunity to whisk away some of those grass-fed beef sticks when your back is turned. It's a trip hazard for Grandma. She makes football-shaped cookies and mixes mean Jack and Cokes. So you got to get your gear packed away. No need to worry. Today, the boys and I are going to help you out with a little advice on getting your carry-on situated. Although that mess of gear and basic human needs may seem far too much to fit inside your pack, it can be done, and it can be done well. But what we need to do first is get the guys in here. This fella is definitely a particular pack artist. He packs, unpacks, takes account, and repacks through the midnight hours in preparation for a day hike. Please welcome Bradley Greer.
Hello. I do.
Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
you do.
When packing, this other fella makes sure, above all else, that his pillow and sleeping system are the easiest items to retrieve from his backpack, just in case camp comes along soon. Welcome, Patty Pie Richardson.
Hello, dude. Amazing. That your intro kind of gave me like a bit of nostalgia. I don't know what it is because
For
I
what?
could go right to my gear room and just start packing things. But like that whole process, and then you said having it all splayed out on the living room floor.
Wow.
Like I've been there, kind of army crawling around my living room to get to one section of all my gear to the other, and put it together, and put it in the pack, and stare. How many of you have you guys each taken photos when you finally get all of your gear laid out in like the perfect kind of Tetris mode on table or on the floor, and then you stand up and get that perfect long shot of kind of like all your gear? Like you've done it, right?
I definitely haven't done it as much as you two did.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things ever. You know, you finally got your setup. Like this is what I'm rocking with
Packing season right before a trip.
right before trip. And Brad, you?
And there's a mound of shit next to it that you decided not to pack.
yes. Yeah, man. What a good feeling.
Yeah, I feel like the photo never turns out as clean and organized as I would like.
No?
When you
As
see
you
them
thought of
online, like, and they're like perfectly, everything's perfect. Mine always looks sloppy
shop-
still.
I imagine
the
now
shop.
that you have like your tripod and you have your nice camera,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
you get a wide angle on that thing.
Yeah.
Wait for the sun to be at like, that Indiana evening
Yeah.
sun right through the window.
It's right around like
Mhm.
7:55 right now.
Ooh,
There really is nothing like a pretty gear layout.
there isn't.
Yeah.
And then getting it all in the pack, because that's always the second photo, right? Is you have it all splayed out. And then when you get it into
Yeah.
that like perfect pack, now you got like that pack, in that collage photo sitting
Yeah.
right next to all that gear. Like,
No
look
lumps.
what I did.
Then you
No
always
big
Smooth
lumps.
pack.
It's nice and even. Everything's tight.
Yum.
For one, that's the best it'll ever look the whole trip.
Yeah.
And for two, you'll weigh it and you think, damn it, I have to shave 5 pounds off somehow. Where did all this come from?
If you think that way,
I
that's...
don't even have water yet.
Take it out.
Oh, yeah. Take it out. Put it back in. I can't. Oh, there he is. Nicely played. Cool, dude. Walt's back. Let's go.
Yep. I have an update about the massive effort to rebuild the Appalachian Trail 1 year after Hurricane Helene.
Okay.
It's
only been 1 year?
It was September 2024
Oh,
when
my
Hurricane
gosh.
Helene went through.
Wow.
And
remember, like I paid real close attention
Oh,
to that,
yeah.
and that was just
That was
devastating.
that also, is that why you're wearing your Damascus hat? Because I remember you guys pointing out a couple of the spots in Damascus that
Yeah.
were a bit depleted.
you could see where
wiped
they
out.
had to repair the roads,
Yeah.
like on the outsides of the river bends,
Yeah.
because that's where that water would just come crashing
Yep.
and wipe out the roads, and you could see a lot of debris piles and stuff still down there.
Man. Okay, what's the update, bro?
Yeah, and a little bit of this does get into the trail communities that they've helped kind of get back on their feet. Basically, in the past year, the bat signal went up to get volunteers there. Or I guess, well, it'd be maybe a trekking pole symbol. What
Ooh.
would be the backpacking version of a bat
gosh.
signal? The bat
This is
signal.
what we were just talking about off air last week. That backpacking
Oh, yeah, we
doesn't
need a
have a
sign.
gesture,
Yeah.
dude. We need a sign.
That's true. Came back
International
again.
backpack sign.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Well, once it went out, there was more than 680 volunteers that answered the call to help recover the landscape that, it's no matter how much work they do, it's going to be changed forever now. So as a refresher, these stats are from the Appalachian Trail Conservancy report that was just released on the 1-year anniversary of everything that's gone on to repair the whole trail and the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
So there was 430 miles of the Appalachian Trail shut down, closed. 800 plus miles of the whole Appalachian Trail was impacted.
was this like in the North Carolina area where all
Yeah.
that stuff happened?
And
Yeah,
it's 2,132 miles long. Am I right
something
there?
like that. Yeah.
So that's quite a
Oh, yeah.
quite a
It's
chunk.
clip. Yeah. 5 miles of it is still closed to this day. It's Iron Mountain Gap and Nolichucky River Bridge. And actually, what's funny is Travis and I believe we started a hike at Iron Mountain Gap. Iron Mountain Gap. Like we got dropped off there and hiked back to the Mountain Harbor Bed and Breakfast. Yeah. And that section still shut down.
I think they like that bed and breakfast lost their barn. Didn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. It was washed out because the creek that ran through it overflowed.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. So in total, 81,500 acres bordering the Appalachian Trail was affected. So it's just huge, like massive effort.
Let me ask a question really quick. Just geography. Is when I think flooding, I think lowlands. Like you think Louisiana, where it's just so much lower so that water goes, it has a place to go. When I think of the Appalachian Trail, I don't think lowland.
Well, the issue is the water that's rushing down to those floodplains is what's washing everything out.
Oh.
It's not so much flooding, it's the rushing water. Rivers growing wider and wider and wider.
Yeah.
Because it's
believe-
going to the
Because
place.
there's so much water.
I
yeah.
believe they had a bunch of rain before the Helene rain came through. So the ground was already like super saturated.
And you have like the bands that come off hurricanes
Yep.
that are just rain.
And then each river has a basin where all the streams and everything flows downhill. So you got all these valleys in the Appalachian Mountains. So all this water is just flowing to a single point, and the only place in the mountains is to build next to in the flattest spot, which is down by the river.
Right.
So all these towns, around there are built on the river, and it was
Wow.
just once
Okay.
in what they say a lifetime, or
Yeah.
that a flood like that happens.
Well, makes
Yeah,
sense
probably longer
now.
than
I
that.
guess I was thinking like it was flooding and not so much just the raging rivers.
Yeah.
That-
It's just the amount
'cause
of water moving through.
I read somewhere too that the rivers, like some of the creeks even, would be like maybe 15 feet wide, maybe. And then as this was going on, they were like 200 yards
Yeah.
wide.
And
like
that could be where the flooding
raging,
comes in
dude.
because it's also like pooling up if it can't get out fast enough. And
Yeah.
that part's just eroding wider and wider, but
Yeah.
water, like there's still going to be a bottleneck somewhere.
What a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
A lot of the issues were just trees snapped in half or completely uprooted. The flooding and the water rushing, like we're talking about, it washed away bridges, crossovers. Like sometimes crossing a stream, it's just a set of stones, but all that,
Right.
everything just got washed away. So probably a lot more fording had to
Mhm.
happen.
Hmm.
The National Parks Traveler, which I got this from, I read an article that they put out, and then the Appalachian Trail Conservancy put out this newsletter. So they put it very eloquently, and they said it was and still is a disaster of historic proportions, but it's also a story of resiliency of the land and the people who are the stewards of it. Because this was such a big effort from volunteers to get everything back up and running. Joe Morris said he was a volunteer from the Tennessee Eastman Hiking and Canoeing Club, which sounds like an awesome club that I would want to be a part of.
Ain't that for real?
Canoeing and hiking club. He said day after day in the snow, literally like working for the post office, come rain, snow, it didn't matter. We were there because we wanted to get it at least open enough to where through hiking season in the spring could take place. So, because think this was September, so they had 6 months to get everything done for through hikers to be able to pass through the area and not have to, because like people who do the through hike, chances are they're going to want to go back and do that 5 miles that's still closed at some point.
Yeah.
Because you can't say you did the whole thing.
Right.
So
Right.
they were just trying to get it open.
Wow.
That
6 months?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's an
And through
undertaking.
wintertime.
And they've repaired in that 6 months everything but Iron Mountain and that shelter or
Yeah.
barn or whatever.
Well,
you
the
said?
shelters, I would imagine they may get some kind of like assistance.
Did they do any like new trail making?
Oh, yeah.
Because I imagine the landscape had changed drastically in some spots.
Yeah. Even when you do like a normal trail, you see a little bit of it. You'll come across a section that doesn't match up with the maps because it's like, the trails are always changing anyways. So this is probably going to drastically change some sections of the trail because it was like some of those, like, think of how many ridges are on the side of a mountain that you're just kind of like curling around the mountain and it's just a small ridge.
Yeah, 3-4 feet wide.
All that gets washed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is the trail going to be longer or shorter?
I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
They should probably know by now, too, like people who did through hikes this year.
I'd be curious if they tacked on a couple extra miles there.
Like they had to go far out of the way.
Well, you don't know. Even
Yeah.
even if you do it over the span of 800 miles and do like,
A tenth of
100
a mile
feet
here.
every so often a tenth of a mile, you're adding mileage over time.
Well, it only takes 1 mile to change the official distance. You know?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, they kind of became the central hub for everything going on because they are the stewards of the AT.
Mhm.
It is a private or a non-for-profit. So they were providing updates via email, their website, social media that would like help and guide people like the trail community, people hiking of like what's closed, what's open, where they need help. Like they kind of managed everything. They brought together 13 different Appalachian Trail clubs, kind of like the one we said before, the Tennessee Eastman.
Canoeing and hiking club.
Yeah. So there was 13 different AT clubs, 7 different public agencies. All in total, volunteers put in 19,000 hours of work, which 791 days, like full 24-hour days of work.
Man, go get it, kings and queens of the trail.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Then the ATC also worked with agency partners and local Appalachian Trail clubs to advocate for funds like federal relief, like disaster relief funds. And they were able to get $22 million.
Woo!
Nice.
Part of that money went towards hiring professional saw crews because a lot of these groups, these local hiking clubs also got donations like saws and stuff donated,
Mhm.
or they went out and like used their donation money to buy saws. But some of it was just like such big blowdowns or like big trees fell over crossing the trail where it's like, I don't want to cut that. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
a professional law.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
did like hire professional logging crews, and they spent 4,400 hours just like cleaning up trees, debris, and that would be like mainly huge blowdowns too. Like, so there'd be an area where there's just dozens and dozens of trees all like blown over that they need to get out. One thing I never thought about was with the rain and the winds destroying so many native plants and trees, like big trees that were there, gone now. So that is a perfect chance for fast spreading non-native and invasive species to just take over.
Yeah.
So they're also monitoring that and trying to take care of that as they see something invasive spreading and growing, so that they can give a chance for like the native stuff to grow back, because it's going to take a long time for the forest to grow back, the trees to grow back.
Oh yeah. Man.
So that's going to be an ongoing thing for decades, like monitoring invasive species.
This is one of the better News Panthers you've had.
Yeah.
Like happier ones.
Yeah.
Like this is
The ATC's
amazing.
doing it, and all these local clubs.
All the
really
local clubs,
stepped up
hands on.
positivity.
Yeah, it really did.
They said like they even highlighted this newsletter it's pretty cool because they go into way more, and then they like highlight specific groups, some of these clubs and what they contributed. And there was even people from Japan that came over and volunteered to help.
Dude, of course. And I bet their section of the trail is the most beautiful.
And they did it in 20 minutes. Somehow rebuilt everything and a bridge in 20 minutes. Dude, I would imagine that it doesn't matter the Appalachian Trail is such a well-traveled trail and a historic trail. And it doesn't, I would have to imagine that people from all over the world that have stepped foot on this trail or want to step foot on this trail are like, oh, if I have a way to help out, then I'm going to help out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It touches so many hearts that, you just, that's your thing. That's your baby.
Yeah.
And it's legacy.
Yeah, right.
It's cool. There's so much history to the Appalachian Trail.
I have a question
And you
for
want
you.
others to experience what you got to experience.
Well, yeah, leave no trace. Hurricane Helene left all the trace.
Yeah.
Fuck her. And also, I have a question. Did they ever? Because I imagine the trail towns along these places were also just reeling from visitorship, anything along those lines. So, was there a lot of push from? Like how much, I'm just curious, and I'm not trying to pigeonhole anything, but how much of the effort was to save the trail as opposed to saving the trail towns?
Yeah, probably both, because the trail towns, you almost couldn't through hike without the trail towns.
Right.
Because you need to stop and resupply.
Right.
And I think they gave a number. It was like 13 trail towns, eight or 13, that they not only like rebuilding the AT, but rebuilding, because normally there's a side trail or something to get to the town,
Right.
or some kind of way to get to the town.
Yeah.
So it was also reconnecting the towns back to the trail was a big part of it. But I could see that, because I mean, if they lost 1 year, one full through hiking season, I can imagine a lot of those businesses would probably be struggling.
Yeah, that's industry.
Yeah, because without that, I mean, I don't know how you would get resupplies
No,
when
I
you're in those
agree.
remote parts and all you have is that one trail town.
Curious.
Yeah, that's an interesting dynamic between the hikers and the community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Huh.
So
Okay.
one last cool thing about it was, like to get the disaster relief funding, it's going to working with the government would take a little bit of time. So the ATC created the resiliency fund, which I think we did talk about last year when this was going on.
I feel like I remember that.
This fund's now going to be going on in perpetuity. So if you want to donate to like support the Appalachian Trail, support these groups, that's where you donate to now, is the Appalachian Trail Conservancy Resiliency Fund.
Next time we do trivia, whoever wins, we should donate to that.
I was thinking that too.
Okay.
And it's appalachiantrail.org/donate.
Hell yeah. Easy squeezy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, very cool, Brad.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Oh, there's the News Panther ending it. That was awesome. That made me feel so goddamn good.
Yeah, that's a lot of work done in 1 year.
It's a lot of work
impressive.
by a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just, that's cool.
Yeah,
Like,
and that definitely, like, those little towns hold a place in my heart.
yeah.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
walked around in them and stuff like that, and I just love the culture there in Appalachia. Like, it's so different from ours, because there's these tiny little communities that are separated by these winding roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a really fascinating place to drive through and
Yeah.
see all that. And yeah, it was awesome hiking a portion of that trail. And
I like that they
I'll
called
never
the
forget it.
fund the Resiliency Fund, because it's just so spot on to the American or I bet it's just the human way of existing,
Yeah.
is that we are just resilient.
Yeah.
When we as a people want something, it's amazing how many people will step up in their own way to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible. That was a great story.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Thank
Way to
you.
go,
Yeah,
Walt.
it's good.
Way to
Sucks that
go,
it-
Brad.
Takes a disaster to see like the human spirit really
Yeah.
come alive and communities come together and help each other.
Yeah.
and
But it does.
survive.
And I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
You guys ready to get into a little packing of the pack? Help these folks get on the trail one
the pain
more
in the
time?
ass.
Yeah. You guys
All
ready?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's go. To start off, I just want to go ahead into a little bit of my spiel about why I'm so goddamn excited to have this episode. And if you remember a long time ago, specifically just over a year ago, when we started this podcast, we wanted to be very gear centric. We wanted to talk as much as we possibly can about gear. And the way we broke that down was episode by episode. We were going to take you as a new backpacker, somebody that's backpacking curious or something along those lines, into the realm of backpacking. And by doing that, we started off at looking at maps, how to plan your trip.
Yeah.
And then we broke forward into all the things that you're going to have to bring with you. Tents, the core three, shoes, boots,
Safety, hygiene.
all that stuff. And so this is kind of the coup de grace of all that, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, in that we have finally made it to this point. We've covered everything else. Now let's put all that shit into your pack and
Yeah.
get you on trail.
This is kind of, I guess, a little bonus achievement for us.
Yeah.
Like side mission.
Yeah.
Because there
Ooh,
was
that's a great way to say
there
it.
was a
Travis J.
conversation about if we get through everything and then get to the point like we actually put it in
Yeah.
the backpack.
Yeah. That was most certainly a goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're 1 year in,
Hey,
plus 2.
we made it, little homies.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? We'll never talk about backpacking again?
No, it means we're done after this. We are forfeiting
This is our last
podcasting
episode.
forever. So everybody have fun. No, absolutely not. We just keep going and we have all kinds of fun shit to talk about. We got all kinds of stuff planned. But let's get into this, right? And where I want to start is kind of covering, maybe just taking like a broad stroke at this. We'll go a little bit further in as we get through the episode, but kind of the broad stroke of what you want to be thinking about when you're packing your pack. And the way I broke this down was into 3 kind of main categories, this section.
Yep.
And I broke that down into weight distribution, organization and access, and protection and security. So let's start at the top. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
Let's start with weight distribution. So,
All right.
Maybe the most important.
yeah, I would
Arguably.
certainly say that, dude, all the
I would
backpacking
definitely
I've
say the
done,
most important.
my shoulders felt the best after the Tetons trip. That was such an epiphany for me. And granted, I did get a lot lighter as I went through my processes too. I think when you start off backpacking, you very much kind of start heavy and you inevitably start forcing yourself to spend that extra 100, 150, 200 bucks for the lighter thing. So I will admit that a lot of it came from my weight went down dramatically for
Yeah.
the Tetons, but the way I packed my pack was just great.
Yeah. I stopped bringing a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah. yeah, and that fifth of bourbon.
Yeah.
and that
It
fucking
really
cast
doesn't
iron.
take much. Yeah.
When we went out testing our what do you call it, shakedown?
Yeah. Gear shakedown.
Gear shakedown. When we went on our gear shakedown, I brought a cast iron skill with me.
Yeah,
'cause I
it's
was
just
like, dude,
a
we're
short
just doing
trip.
14
We can
miles,
handle
no
it.
problem. God, was that miserable, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so weight distribution. I'll start. Heavy items close to your back. That is kind of the big ticket. You got to think we're weight distribution, right?
Yep.
So when you have something that's pulling on the back of your pack or is farther away from your back, it becomes kind of less connected to you. So you're going to feel uneasy. You're going to feel like your pack is pulling at your
Yeah.
shoulders, constantly
Unbalanced.
nagging it.
Yeah.
Unbalanced. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Your center of gravity is shifting backwards.
Yeah, that's right. So first up, weight distribution, heavy items close to your back.
Yep.
Okay. You got one?
And higher up.
And higher up. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, which brings me to my next one is light items would then be at the bottom of your pack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, mind you, we're broad stroking this right now, so we'll move a little quick, but then we'll keep kind of narrowing this in for the listener for sure as we go. But heavy items close to your back, in the middle, light items, kind of your squishy items like that, you're going to put at the bottom of your back.
Yeah, you can
that
hang
lightweight
stuff off of your back, the bottom of your backpack if it's light.
Well, if you want, we'll get into that later too, is the different theories of how much stuff you should have outside of your pack compared to trying to get it all inside of your pack.
Yeah.
But placing those lighter items at the bottom of your pack really does one thing that I enjoy. It kind of acts as a shock absorber for everything in your pack. So as you're setting down, you're taking your pack off. I mean, your arms are tired. Generally, you're not just easing that pack onto the ground. You're being a little rough at this point.
Yep.
And having that bit of a shock absorber between all of your other heavier things or the things that you're really going to need, your stove, things on those lines, is just a nice little thing.
Yeah.
So lightweight out at the bottom.
And it's kind of like a spacer to help lift keep all the heavier stuff up high.
Yeah.
So like a sleeping bag.
That's true.
Takes up a lot of volume, super lightweight.
Yep.
And just most people throw that at the very bottom of the bag.
Yeah, good call. Okay, good call.
And it's the last thing you're going to need to pull out
Yeah.
at the day. So
Yeah.
it's
So-
good that it's on the bottom.
Agreed. So set heavier gear centered. Just one more point to weight distribution is you want to make sure that weight is not just distributed evenly from top to bottom, but also side to side.
Yep.
And I think for me that's where it starts getting a little bit more difficult because I'm so conscious of top or bottom to top and how my weight's looking that the side to side kind of falters every now and again.
Yeah, because you have the one. What would you say your heaviest item that you put inside your pack is? Like your cook system tent?
My
Right
cook
now,
system
my
is locked in,
tent,
dude.
for sure.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Is this weird? But I would say like my stuff sack full of clothes.
Yeah, it could be.
Is that?
But that's multiple items that you can. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that count as
Yeah,
one
I don't
item?
know. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Because it normally, like for me, is like I put that heaviest stuff sack or whatever it is, like it in the middle on top of usually my tent, like sometimes my tent, and we'll get into this, like it always changes, I feel like. But I put that right in the middle, then just stuff shit around the outside to keep it up against my back. And sometimes like I'm not paying attention to what I'm stuffing around the outside.
Yeah.
And like that's where you can get uneven loading on side to side. If
because as you're talking, I think the only answer to that is your food.
Yeah. Oh,
That is your
yeah.
heaviest.
It is your food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as you were saying that's exactly what I would do with the bear canister with my bear hang is that goes kind of right above. Now I would put a sleeping bag down there, but I've been toiling with the idea, especially getting into this ultralight idea that I want to, get to, in that I would take my sleeping bag out of its stuff sack and just kind of stuff that into the bottom of it.
Right.
But that is what my bear canister sits on. And then I stuff everything around that to the sides of it. So my stove down there, clothes on the other side.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where my weight starts from left to right. That's probably what I deal with the most when it comes to my weight distribution is left to right more than north to south.
Because that's where like I usually don't put my clothes in a stuff sack because I use them as like fillers to stuff down and hold things up.
You don't use a stuff sack for your clothes?
Like the clothes that I want to make sure are absolutely dry.
Yeah.
I'll put those in a stuff sack in my sleeping bag. Because those are the things like this is the do not get these wet. My whatever I'm sleeping in, socks in my sleeping bag in a stuff sack. And that way I know that's like the do not get this bag wet.
Okay.
bag.
Okay.
Then I'll leave my spare like socks and shirt, whatever, for hiking. And then I'll just stuff those into empty voids to try to keep everything stable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never, everything clothing wise for me outside of my puffy or my mid layer is going inside my stuff sack.
Yeah. Because for me, it's normally like when I get my tent set up, I just dump everything out in my tent. So like it all gets sorted out at the end of the day anyways.
Yeah, I mean, if your sleeping bag's on the bottom.
Yeah, everything's coming out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Agreed. I understand. I get the
Yeah.
concept. I'm questioning my own. Like maybe this is why I have problems east to west. Is because I have because what it ultimately looks like is I have this smaller now tube of clothes that I stuff down to the left side of my pack, and then the right side of my pack I'm stuffing with like my sleeping pad, my stove, my cook. Well, generally that's going to be inside. Well, I don't know, dude. This next trip we go on, it's going to be quite the interesting deal.
And that's where like my Minimo jet boil,
Right.
That's the most immovable object because everything's oddly shaped. The canister, the cook pot, everything like that's just an awkward, bulky item.
Right.
So normally that goes on the very top of everything.
Right. Well, we are talking a lot of organization is what we're talking about. And that just so happens to be the second kind of category of where I broke this down. So let's keep going into this organization topic. We mentioned stuff sacks kind of a lot. What do you, well, you don't use them near as much. Do you use?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Travis, you use stuff sacks or are you one of those? Because a lot of this ultralight thing, and maybe I'm just reading these alternative articles here, but it seems to me like the way that these new ultralight packs are is you don't use stuff sacks in their entirety. It's very much like shoving everything in. Is that right?
I think for me, it's just more of an organizational thing.
Yeah.
Actually, and when I was thinking stuff sack, I actually meant compression sack.
Okay.
So I'll use that for my sleeping bag and my tent.
Yeah.
The rainfly and the shell.
The stuff sack compared to the compression sack, that was like an evolution, a tiny little evolution in my backpacking forte is understanding. You're the one that got me onto compression sacks. And I was like, oh, I could buy like a 3-pack of these super generic ones. And then it took my thing, whatever it was, it made it like a softball size.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, good Lord, compression sacks are the best.
Yeah. So, like, for those of you who don't know, a compression sack, it's basically like it's not waterproof, but it's pretty waterproof. And there's a lid that goes on top, and there's 4 straps that are connected to the lid that are like the backpack buckles, like your shoulder straps that you cinch down.
Yep.
It's the same thing, but you're cinching the entire bag down into a smaller and smaller bag. So you can get big things really small.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I tried using it for my. Well, I won't go into that. What about your top or your hood pocket? Do you guys use that?
That's the stuff that I'm going to be using throughout the day.
Yeah,
but
easily accessible.
Yeah, and this is like all changing for me right now because going from an Osprey Atmos to my Gossamer Gear Mariposa, there's not really a lid.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is a lid, but you can really only put like maps and like permits. Like it's just like a thin compartment.
Yeah,
you can't fit a lot in there.
I recommend a good map pocket.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But normally that would be like my first aid kit, my water filter, and my satellite communicator.
Yeah.
So you have access to satellites.
First aid kit, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
That goes in my hood, and I let everyone know. We talked about that during our safety episode, where you let everybody know where that is.
Yeah.
And you just always expect it to be in my hood.
That's one of my weight distribution problems.
Is your hood?
My med pack.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause it hangs off the bag.
Like,
right?
it doesn't matter where I put it. Like, it
just
wants
heavy.
to take me down.
Good Lord, will you pack enough to save a country? If they were all if everyone in a country came up with a cut, you'd be like,
I got
Travie
you.
J is here, brothers. Not all heroes wear capes, Travie. Some wear packs, dude.
But it is one thing with the organization, and I imagine you guys are probably the same. Like there's almost, other than the clothes that I'm randomly stuffing into holes, there's no loose items. Everything's in a Ziploc bag. Everything's in a stuff sack. Everything's contained into like, this is my toiletry kit. This is my bathroom kit. This is like everything's in its own thing.
I am very much. That's why I'm just now toiling with the idea of allowing my clothes to be loose.
Yeah.
Outside of my puffy. But when I say my puffy, that's still like at the very top.
Yeah, that thing gets stuffed usually in an outer pocket or something.
So yeah. That's all of my stuff is exceptionally organized.
Yeah.
But I'm the guy that's like, the second we get to camp, like you dump your shit out, I am meticulous. Like, this is where it is. This is where it is. I know where I'm laying my body. In the middle of the night, I know I can reach to my left and grab
nice.
My
Lay things out perfectly.
My tent is very feng shuied.
Is
like
it?
all my stuff goes in certain pockets in the tent, and I know where everything is.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about the idea of packing your clothes in reverse order, or packing your stuff in reverse order? Could you guys speak a little bit to that?
What do you mean in terms of how you use it throughout the day?
Yeah.
Like in that way?
Yeah, like you have an empty vessel.
Yeah, as
you
we
want to
said
pack that in reverse order.
earlier, you put the sleeping bag at the bottom, and that works out just fine because it's lightweight. It provides cushion, and it's the last thing you pull out for the day. And it's not that big of a deal because you're going to have everything out anyway.
Right.
So, yeah, in terms of that, like, and then that would take away kind of the bear can right in the middle. Some people will put their bear can on top of their packs and strap them over.
I still don't understand that.
Yeah.
That just, I've seen that so much. I don't know.
But see, even like, because my Mariposa, it's almost like for that, it makes sense putting it in between the hood and
because it has that huge like flap.
Yeah, and the hood straps are the sack compression straps.
But so's my Osprey.
I don't think my Osprey is.
It's a hood.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it
they're
is.
compression straps.
But it's just like a way bigger flap. So like the more you fill, like, most of the lightweight packs are like, the more you fill your main compartment, the smaller the flap is.
Right.
But also you could put your tent below that, above your sleeping bag, and then your clothes, and then put your food.
Yeah.
And that bear can be a little bit higher up on in your pack, and that's not a big deal. And you can get easier access to it.
I guess. Yeah.
When I'm like the order of which things are accessible in my pack, I always like the one thing I always keep in mind, even though knock on wood, it hasn't happened yet, is what, like, if I get to camp and there's a torrential downpour, what is the way to set up a shelter without getting everything soaking wet in my bag? Because of that, my tent poles are normally on the outside.
Yep.
And my rain shells usually on the top, towards the top. But now with my new Gossamer gear bag, there's so many huge outer compartments that one side compartment, I'm going to put my tent in that.
Yeah. The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, the whole tent. And I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do the shell of the tent so that it doesn't get wet. If I want to put that like in a bag or something, like how mine may fit in a gallon Ziploc bag. I don't know. But the rain shell doesn't matter. Like I want that accessible because I can set the rain shell, the footprint up to get out of the rain, and then set the inside up.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's right where you want to be.
So that's kind of just, I always have that in mind of how can I get out of the rain first and then start unpacking everything else.
Right.
Oh, hell, just use the damn thing as a poncho.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's true too. Get out of the rain, walk through it. Touche.
What do you do?
About what?
Like what do you want to keep accessible?
Well, for me, I would say the same thing. I think you have. I mean, this is not going to surprise anybody, but I want my experience after hiking to be as fast and painless as possible.
Yeah.
So, and I definitely take into consideration emergency and emergency weather. So I want to be able to. My rain fly is always on the outside, no matter what. I don't pack that inside my bag. That's in an outside pocket, back pocket, and generally.
That's if it did rain or if there was a lot of dew throughout the night. Yeah, like I'll definitely keep the rain shell even on my Osprey bag.
Yeah,
I'll throw it on the outside.
Yep.
Because it's so light, like it's super lightweight.
It's so light as you can tuck it down into that. Because I don't think that it's a good idea, like to have it dangle.
No,
when you're out there, organization listeners, in my perspective, I have found a much better experience when I didn't. You see photos of people that just have everything I call them monkey clips. I'm not sure what carabiners.
Yeah,
carabined to their pack.
Yeah,
and it's just it is not to me, in my experience, it is just not the way to go.
You mean even like, because I put my like towels, like
Depends what
I don't
Yeah,
necessarily.
towels.
I mean, I would argue some way against that, but I also think that there's a necessity for when it's a super sunny day to dry your stuff. So, like, I get that, and that's a technique.
Yesterday's britches, air them out a little.
Oh, yeah, or socks, something like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking.
wanna be
I've seen
behind him.
people with their shoes, their camp shoes dangling,
Yeah.
just kind of everything. And to me, I mean,
I lost my coffee mug doing
bro,
that.
yeah, touche.
I thought I had a good taut line hitch knot.
No, you didn't.
Turned out it wasn't that
No, you
great.
didn't. It was this.
Yeah,
not this.
I didn't
dude.
get the hang 10 on the end
Yeah.
of the T.
So I don't know. For me, I think it's just always a good piece of advice to try to limit the amount of stuff you have dangling off your bag.
Yeah, keep it tight.
Keep it toy,
Yeah.
Travie. It's
You don't want
toy,
stuff dangling. You want
I do-
everything to look symmetrical,
streamlined, dude.
perfect.
I feel like the more days I'm out, the more shit I have hanging off the outside.
You think
Like
so?
as I'm trying to dry shit out.
Oh yeah,
Because sometimes stuff just, you can't get it dry.
yeah. I understand. Understandably.
Even with a really tight clothesline.
Ooh, I like the way you said toy.
Ooh,
All right, so Brad's mentioned a couple things about trash bag liners. So the third main kind of category I wanted to break this first segment down was protection and security. So why do you use a trash bag liner, Brad?
Keep everything dry.
Yeah. What do you do with it?
Well, so it's like I think 50-gallon trash bag, contractor bags. They're super, super thick and durable. So they basically fit the shape of most packs. Like if you have a 50 to 60 liter pack,
Yep.
it fits that shape almost perfectly. So you can shove that down in there. And I found like once you get your sleeping bag down in there, that kind of like helps set the shape of it and just fold because the top's going to be way taller than the bag.
Yeah.
So just fold that around the outside.
More waterproofing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
it
then,
kind of lubricates the bag too.
Yeah.
Your backpack.
Yeah.
just slides right in there.
Damn.
But then
Travie,
it's like-
quit talking nasty to me.
but then it's like the thing to keep in mind is if you're going to think of the same thing, if there's a torrential downpour and you need to get in your bag, what do you want to keep outside of that trash bag that can get wet, but you don't want the inside of that bag? Like you don't want to have to open that bag when it's raining
Yeah.
to get wet. So
Right.
critical sleeping bag, clothes, whatever you need to stay dry.
It's dry and warm.
Yeah.
Damn right, dude.
I did find I just got when I bought my pack, they had white, like most contractor bags are black. And it is like a black hole. You can't see shit inside
No,
of your bag
You
with the
can't
black.
see shit. You have to
We talked
feel.
about that
Yeah.
last spring or summer or whatever
Yeah.
it was. Is that because you had the black ones and I had the white one?
Yeah.
And man, yeah, it's a
It's a
can't
black
see
hole.
shit,
Yeah.
dude.
You can't find anything.
Anything.
So I did get white. I actually bought, I mean, they were still pretty cheap,
Yeah.
like $4 or something
Yeah.
from like Gossamer Gear.
Yeah.
But it's like maybe half an ounce instead of an ounce.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm assuming the whites, I haven't used it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be way better.
It makes it a bit better.
Yeah.
For sure. Have you ever seen a little thing called pack lights?
Mm-mm.
So my wife got me one as like a little stocking stuffer a
How
few
much
years
does it
ago.
weigh?
I don't know. Not that much, but it's like it connects to where your water reservoir clips in.
Okay.
That's where it connects, and it's just a little like you just
Ah.
you pull the little plastic out, and then I've never changed the battery or anything, and then you just press it down, and it's a light for inside your pack.
Nice. I almost feel like my string light sack.
Yeah, that would work.
It would work as that because
Yeah.
it has a clip.
Yeah,
Yeah. Huh.
There's,
I know.
for my birthday, Debbie got me some pretty amazing gifts, and one of them was a little handheld 20 times microscope
Whoa.
that came with. You can turn it on, and it lights up just like where the microscope is looking,
Yeah,
and then it also serves as a flashlight
yeah.
and a UV light for some reason. I
Oh,
don't know.
dang.
Maybe to check to see if rocks or
Or Brad wants to see what you did the night before.
whoa.
How's that mattress looking, Travie?
Why would
Sorry.
Brad have my light?
I don't know. I'm just being a dipshit. But earlier today, you mentioned compressing your actual pack down. So I think that the way I have my notes written, that kind of fits into the protection and security part. and I wanted you to kind of talk a little bit about that. Is now you have everything in your pack, you have it all weight distribution, you've got your organization done, so now you're about to throw that baby on. Can you talk a little bit about the compression straps outside of the pack and how that kind of helps you get everything kind of locked in?
Yeah, there's, I think, generally 3 areas where the backpack will strap up.
Yeah, it's almost like 3 different axes.
Yeah, and there's like, of course, your waist, and then you have what you think of a book bag where it comes down below, your armpits.
Yep.
And you tighten those up. And then you have the one that tightens up the pack actually up on your body.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's kind of hard to explain how it feels. Like you kind of know how you strap up around your shoulders, and around your waist, and you walk around. You need to test it out to see what's comfortable.
Yep.
But yeah, that top one, I'm not sure how to describe how it makes you.
They're risers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of brings it up onto your back a little more. And yeah,
perfect.
It centers your gravity.
That was very good, Travis. Yeah. For me, when all those things are toit, I messed that up. When all those things are toit, it makes that pack kind of feel like an extension of your body.
Yeah.
As opposed to a backpack that's just slung over your shoulders.
It feels way more natural for sure.
Dude, bro, for sure.
Yeah.
You can move, you get a little agile with that pack on. It's just like an extra, whatever your pack weight is.
And you do want to make sure, and this comes into when you buy your pack, we probably talked about it. You want the hip belt on top of your hips, but then those risers that Travis was talking about that pulls it towards your back more, you want those like above your shoulder, just slightly above your shoulder. So if those are like below your shoulder, your pack's too short.
Yep.
And hopefully you can adjust it and make it longer. But I was thinking with compression straps too with the bag, you have the compression straps that cinch your bag like tight on the outside of the bag. So there's like a couple different angles of those. Like we were talking about with the hood, you pull those down and it pulls your hood down. But then there's normally side ones too. So like you put your trekking poles in a side pocket, and then there's compression straps that are holding everything tight in your bag and also holding your tent poles in place or whatever, trekking poles, whatever.
Water bottles, whatever it is.
Yeah, the packs generally have like plenty of straps. Some come, with more than others.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of ways to strap all your gear tight to your pack.
Yeah. Those straps that Travis was talking about, I think that kind of varies on who you are. I wouldn't say what I'm about to say for the next set of straps that you were talking about, Brad. But all those other straps that are just pulling your pack like in, that are keeping your tent poles, whatever. I mean, crank on those babies.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's an Osprey pack. It's a pack. It's meant for you to be rugged with it. Yank on those things and get it tight.
And I know, like, I broke one of my Osprey ones before.
Yep.
And Osprey just says, send us a picture of the clip to make sure we send you the right one. Yep. And they just for free sent me a new one.
Si, senor.
Yeah, I think I'm a little overly aggressive sometimes when I'm freaking tightening.
You hear something pop on the inside.
You can hear the freaking.
I don't know, dude. For me, just be as hard as possible on these things, because it matters hugely, bigly.
This new 6 Moons pack, I'm taking her easy.
For the first time.
Yeah.
After a minute, I'll give you 2 days on trail before you are straight up beating that dude.
It'll be once he's gone 3 miles, hearing like a clunk, 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 clunk of something shaking around.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna stop. You're like, I need to fix this goddamn pack. All right, so we got through those 3 major things. That was the first part. So really quick, I just want to summarize this up really quick.
I think we missed a couple big topics.
Oh, go ahead. Well, I have more to get to. I just wanted to start with this broader brush, but you go ahead, Brad. What did we miss?
Well, how do you store your water? That's the heaviest, most dense thing you can carry.
Well, generally,
but also, sorry,
yeah, go ahead. No, you're fine.
Like the number one thing you need access to.
Yeah,
during
for
the
sure.
day.
Yeah.
Well, I would think. I mean, we do have a section for this later, but we'll get to it now.
Shit. I thought you said you were wrapping up.
Well, just this segment. So, and you're right. I mean, water is a huge necessity. It's got to be had, and it is the thing you're probably going to grab onto the most. For me, outside of a water reservoir, which I don't think I would ever take a water reservoir again, and that's pretty self-explanatory where a water reservoir would go. It would go in your water reservoir little slot of your backpack that's generally right against the back of your pack.
A Camelback
But they do
style.
make
Yeah, most every backpack
Like
has those sorts of things.
I accidentally bought one that I thought was a reservoir that I was going to use as a gravity filter,
Yeah.
but it was actually designed to, like, once you have everything in your pack, and then it had it was almost like a dome shape with a flat bottom, and you can just set it on top of everything and then cinch down the top of your bag, and it just sits perfectly on top.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
it's
cool.
It's like 3 liters. I've never actually taken it backpacking, but I've used it on like overnight.
And it's a
Yeah.
gravity feed. You don't have to suck.
No, I set it up to become a gravity feed, but it has a little spout. You can hang it on a tree, and you can use a little like shower spout on it.
Cool.
Take a little shower.
Little chow chow?
Yeah.
Little chow chow? Huh. Okay.
But yeah,
That sounds like
I don't know that I'd ever take it backpacking, but they do make them, just so you know. Like it is pretty handy.
That is handy.
Is it heavy?
I think it's a Gregory. No, it's pretty lightweight.
Why wouldn't you take it?
I never carry 3 liters of water.
Yeah,
I mean,
what
I
do you
guess I
mean?
don't
Why
need to.
wouldn't
I
you
guess I
take
don't
it?
need to fill it full.
Ounces, bro. Ounces. That's why.
Well, but actually, the real reason is almost everything.
Now we're getting down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys got me.
Okay, tell us, Brad.
And when this is helpful, like almost everything, you know, when you get a water bottle, the threading for the lid, almost everything you buy, even in the backpacking stuff, that's all a universal thread. Like
Right.
almost everything has that same threading. So everything you can screw on, male, female, like it's all interchangeable. But this Gregory pack, there's a big caps thing that you can use for the shower. But then the part where the hose actually connects to, they have like their own little clip thing. And I lost one of the O-rings that go inside of the little clip. Like the bag has a female connection, the tube has the male, and there's a gasket that goes inside the female. And it's just like the one thing, it just throws everything off because you're beholden specifically to their like setup and not the universal threading
Yeah.
that everything else
That's
goes
kind
off
of
Like, make it
sacrilegious
USB-C for
Yeah.
to the
Christ's
hiking
sake.
Yeah.
community, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's alienating.
No, it's just them trying to be different.
So that's the real reason I won't take that with me.
Understandably.
Yeah.
No, it's just, like, okay, it's time to move to USB-C, everyone.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
That one
Okay.
company that's like, guess what?
Apple Lightning.
Yeah, suck it.
So fast.
It's the future.
It's the future. No, I swear everything's going to be what we want it to be. Not going to happen, Gregory. Anything else when it comes to those main 3?
No, yeah. I mean, we talked about the water bottle holders on your shoulder strap, and
Yeah.
I usually don't have more than 2 liters of water if that's wrapping up water.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it would either be the side pockets
Yeah.
or and the water bottle I'm always drinking out
Yeah.
of is going to be on my shoulder strap right in front of me, generally banging me in my chin until I find a better water bottle holder for my
Yeah.
shoulder strap. And then the other one's going to be in my
Side pouch.
my side pouch.
And then everything else possible in the other side pouch to offset the weight.
Yeah, generally it's because the bottle in the side pocket is generally not filled.
Yeah.
So the thing I would have in there is my tent poles in my side pocket and a water bottle that's empty, and then on the other one would be just my camp chair.
Yeah.
If I, bring a camp chair.
And some of the stuff you're adjusting, like when you stop for lunch, you may kind of move things around a little.
Yeah,
Something doesn't feel right.
Oh, bro, you said it off air just a little bit ago where like you don't really have that, and that day that you're coming off trail is like the day that you're like, oh, I got it right.
I got
dude.
everything dialed
Oh
in.
man, this feels good.
Well,
You're
it's the
also, like,
lightest it's ever been,
it's
too.
the lightest. That's what I was about to
Yeah.
say, dude. You're also done with all your food, your bear canisters. You're just shaking your stuff around. Like,
Yeah. You're getting close. You got that second wind, everything.
ooh, maybe
Can't wait
everything's
to get to that
fly.
side.
Let's go, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and nothing else then?
Nope.
Oh, let's move on to the second segment then, where I just want to really quickly summarize what we just went through because I know we just locked into a shitload of stuff.
Yep.
So really quick, bottom zone, good for bulky gear, items that are not needed until you're about to go camp, right? Your core
Yes,
zone,
sir.
which is the middle, good for your denser and then heavier items, your bear canister, your bear hang. I call it bear hang.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, your bear hang.
Food-
Your top
food
zone is
sack.
going to be good for bulkier essentials that you're going to need on trail, or you might need on trail would be a better way to say that. So it could be your mid layer, it could be your snacks, anything along those lines that you might need while walking. That's your puffy. That's what's going to be up there.
Rain protection.
Yeah, rain protection is good call. Accessory pockets, that's your kangaroo pouch on the back, or the 5 that Brad has on his new pack.
Your snacky poo pockets on your hip belt.
Yep, your hip belt, your side pockets. Those are good for just essentials that you're going to need urgently. So that would be potentially your first aid kit is up in your hood. Your water bottles, your water, Snickers bar if you're Brad. Or just like I always keep trail mix down there, and then like my phone if I want to take a photo or something like that while I'm on trail, that's right in my hip pouch. Then your kangaroo pouch, I put my camp shoes in there, and I also put my rain fly in there. Those are just at least with the Osprey.
Because right when you get to camp, kick off them boots.
Kick off them boots, dude. Generally find a flowing thing of water. Put my feet in there for like an hour and a half.
I like to keep my water filter on one of my outside pouches.
Yeah,
just because you never know when you'll find a nice water spot to filter the water.
That's a good point, dude. Great point. Generally, I guess on the last trip it would have been the Sawyers, and those Sawyers were always just connected. So you're right, that's for sure. But they were just always connected to my 1 liter or whatever those small water bottles are. Okay, and then the tool loops and lash points. That's something else I wanted to kind of go over just super fast. That most packs come with specific tool loops or lash points for specific items. So your tool loops, that's going to hold in your trekking poles. That could hold in your tent poles. Those are very nice. Especially those tool loops for the trekking poles.
Yeah, those are super nice.
Those are super nice because the biggest bitch about having trekking poles is not having access to your fucking hands, right?
Yeah.
So as you're walking, you want to get a snack, like tuck that thing away, and you're in the middle of brush or whatever, to tuck it under your armpit, and you're huffing air anyway. You're trying to get something. It's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Those tool loops for trekking poles, just you slide them in there, hold them right in place. You do whatever you need, pull them right back out when you need it.
That's what's kind of cool is my new pack doesn't have ones for on the go stow. You can put them on it's like permanent stow on the back of your pack.
The little loop at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you can buy little cinches that you can basically make your own trekking pole stow. So
that's much more of a you thing.
Yeah.
Like I want to buy my pack like ready to roll.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you want a fully loaded Corvette.
Yeah, I want the bells and the whistles. That's what I want. I'll pay more for it. I don't care.
Well, I mean, I would have been happier if they would have had trekking pole stows.
Which I don't think the Hyperlight has anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to deal with it.
I don't think I would do the same thing.
I don't think I would buy one in anticipation of having to tie things on it to add more stuff.
But with that,
but I would do it.
Is a good old fashioned tool loop, is that make or break for you on a pack? No. You're just going to figure it out.
It's just got to be the right pack. You got to go figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the one I just bought's the right pack.
Dude, it's the right pack.
About to find out.
Yeah, we are. 20 miles up there at Manistee. Oof. You're going to figure it out quick.
God, I hope it. I think it's going to
What if Travi hates his pack,
Oh,
dude?
man.
No.
That'd be devastating.
It's like 6 moons my dick. This sucks, dude.
I'll suffer through it.
Yeah, you will. And he won't even admit it. He'll come home and tell Debbie how much he hates it. And we'll be like, bro, well, Travis loved it. He loved his pack. Talking all kinds of jazz about it. All right. Is there any more with that summarizing? No? Let's go on to this third segment, okay? We talked about kind of all the things, the different, like the mentality of how you want to pack your pack. But I wanted to spend this third segment. We don't have to go quickly necessarily, but actually categorizing what we're actually talking about in these packs. We've alluded to the sleeping bag at the bottom, things along those lines. But I just want to spend just once again a bit of time just telling people exactly what we mean when we talk about what to put into the bottom, what to put at the middle. So I'm going to go through these.
Yeah, we're going to go through every item.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, I'm not going to. I'm not. You can figure out where to put your thumbnail or your fingernail clippers and your suntan lotion.
You got to cut your fingernails before you leave.
I know. But let's go bottom of the pack. Let's start from the south. Let's try to head north here, okay? Bottom of the pack. We talk sleeping bags. What about sleeping pad? You throw that in the bottom?
How about let's do this?
Go ahead.
I'll go at it as if how I plan to pack my new ultralight pack,
Okay.
and you go with your Osprey pack.
Okay.
How you do that?
Okay.
So still sleeping bag bottom,
Okay.
sleeping pad. I think is gonna go on an outside pouch on the left side. Like so, my left side has one huge pouch. My right side has two stacked.
Patrick, do you know what monster you just released?
Wait, yes. But I'm interested. This is way better than talking math. I can tell you that. So you're talking about putting your sleeping pad on the outside of your pack?
I'm considering it.
Ooh, I don't know, dude.
I don't know either.
Good. Well, now that we've gotten that solved.
So that's
because,
that's
I
a
feel like
maybe.
there's a bit of danger there as well.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like that's the one thing you or not one thing. That is one thing that you want to keep protected as well, because the last thing you want is to like rub up against a boulder or the side of a mountain or a tree or a thistle bush or whatever and puncture a hole in that. Like
a thistle bush.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I played Red Dead or Medieval Dynasty the other day. Me and old Shane Gillis playing Medieval Dynasty, and thistle's a thing. You can decorate your house with it.
I think you did. I think you did. You convinced me. Like that'll go in my probably even in my trash bag.
Okay, so but at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, so far we're right together based on your ultralight setup and my Osprey setup.
Yep. That was a long walk to get there, but we're at the same spot.
Hey, we got you, bro. So what about your like long underwear? Is that you said that you put your sleeping clothes into a stuff sack or a compression sack. Is that going? Because to me, that's a squishy item.
Yeah, that's going on the bottom.
Bottom as well?
Like only my nighttime clothes.
Right.
That's a bottom, because even if it's super chilly, and I'm talking like Midwest hikes and stuff like that.
Right.
Your legs are going to be so warm. Like if you have pants on, you're going to be like, I kind of wish I had some shorts on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, and I agree. Your sleeping clothes, I mean, that's what I think. My clothes are kind of just, it's a squishy layer, so you can add weight on top of that and compress that all the way down. And then when you're talking about your sleeping clothes, your long underwear, you're going to get everything out of that pack, put your long underwear on, and then, get your sleeping bag out. At least I do. You guys stay awake longer. But okay, what about camp shoes or booties? Does that go in the bottom? REI. So this is where I got this information from, was REI and their suggested ways to pack. And they had camp shoes or your down booties in the bottom of your pack. And I got to tell you, I don't keep my camp shoes on the inside of my pack.
Those are definitely wedges to hold things in place.
So you're going to put them on the inside?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Like
I'm
around
on Brad's page.
Okay.
But close to the top.
Yeah, those are like as needed. If I need something to prop my beer can, keep it pushed against my back. That's definitely something I'm squeezing in.
And they're nice to keep your pack nice and square.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Well, mine's going on the outside. Kangaroo pouch.
Yep.
They're dirty. They most often have sand or whatever you're in for the night. I don't want that on the inside of my pack. I want on the outside. I don't have booties or camp shoes. I just have Teva sandals. So they fit like they're just flat. Right on my back.
Yeah, I can easily see those being interchangeable.
Okay.
Like even throughout the trip, inside, outside, inside, out.
I like close to the top, because what if you're, hiking next to a beautiful body of water and it's lunchtime? Let's slip the boots off. And
well, that's why mine are in my kangaroo pouch. I don't have to open up my pack.
Easily accessible.
None, dude. Yeah. Okay, a tent and tent footprint.
Outside pouch, left side.
Really?
Yep.
Tent outside too, huh?
Yep.
Okay. You?
Tent's inside, footprint outside.
Okay.
Footprint's just like a nice tarp.
Yeah. I don't use a footprint because whatever.
Yeah.
I just never have.
Yeah, I like that. I like having something separate from the rainfly.
Right.
Like having a super lightweight tarp, basically, that if it's, a flash freaking thunderstorm or something, You can hook that thing to some trees and make a little lean-to or something quick.
Touche.
Or a poncho.
Yeah. I don't use a footprint, but my tent is going on the bottom of my pack as well.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And it'll protect you when you're actually setting up your real tent.
Yeah. Well, that's,
If you
yeah,
gotta stay
that's
overnight, you know?
for sure. I get that, but I don't use it. I use my rainfly to protect my actual me or anything. Rainfly. Where's your rainfly go? Mine's going on the bottom of my tent. If not, on the outside, underneath my camp shoes, in my kangaroo pouch. Yours?
Outside.
Outside?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what you use. Like I use the footprint as you use the rainfly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a footprint too.
Okay.
Because the way that the Big Agnes copper spur, you can set up the rainfly and the footprint, but the tent poles go into the footprint to hold the rainfly up.
Right.
So you can make it like a
Oh, that's a sweet
small
deal, dude.
structure.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a sweet deal.
Yeah.
And then the last one I have on the list, we kind of answered for. My extra clothing is generally inside my compression sack with the rest of my clothing.
Yeah.
And that's all going to go on the bottom of my pack or stuffed to the one side or the other of my bear canister. But it sounds like you both, your extra clothing is kind of tucked where it can fit in.
Or,
Okay.
and if there's no, because that's my one unknown right now is I don't know how much stuff is going to fit in the main compartment.
Okay.
So I think ideally I'll have as much in there as I can
Right.
to make it comfortable.
Right.
But then I might pepper some clothes on the outside, like some shirts or something.
So far, when it comes to bottom of the pack, like we're not different necessarily on,
Just the tent.
yeah, just the tent and the tent accessories.
And I'll probably put my cookware on the outside too. Most of my cook setup.
See, the reason I upgraded my cook set so much is because I was fascinated by you. So we were on an 8-day hike backpacking trip, and you had all of your cooking setup inside of your bear canister.
Yeah.
And when I came, having the jet boil on that trip and having another 4 inches by 6 inches or whatever of space with that jet boil taken, it was like, oh damn,
Yeah,
dude,
That's hard to do.
And yeah, and
if I have a bear
your
can, I'll
setup was
probably do
killer.
the same thing.
Even if you had a bear bag, you would.
If I have a bear can, my cookware will go inside my bear can.
Why wouldn't your cookware, with how small it is, go inside your bear hang too?
I mean, during the night it would,
Oh, okay. Well, valid. Yeah.
but probably not during the day.
Okay. All right. So we're ultralight and Osprey still not all that different so
Yeah.
far. Let's keep going. Well, we talked about food stash. That's going right in the middle, right?
Yeah.
That's the core. These are the core of the pack items I thought are going to be my core of the pack items, or more specifically, REI. I just agreed.
Yeah.
All right, and then your cook kit. We all agreed that we'll probably put that inside of our bear canister.
Yeah.
That's where that's going. So that's right in the core. Water reservoir. If you use one, I guess maybe not the Gregory, which we have just decided we're not going to use anyway.
No.
The only other option is a water reservoir, and that most packs are made with a kind of a pocket on the inside of your pack where that water reservoir just kind of slips in.
Yeah.
There's a little slit in your pack with where the hose can come out and easily accessible to your mouth.
And a clip to hang it from.
And a clip to hang it from. Yep. So that's where that is. And then the bear canister itself, where you're putting all the food. That's just your heaviest, bulkiest items, and those are right in the middle,
That's a bastard.
right against your back.
Yeah.
Once I got it right onto my back, I'm telling you, dude,
Yeah.
I had no quarrels with that bear canister once it got to that point. The only quarrel I had with it was one, the airlines fracturing it, and then the other side of all the coffee exploding inside of it, sticking everything together. Okay, well, that's the core pack. Let's go to top of the pack then. Okay, let's move right along. Insulated jacket. So puffy.
That's probably
Yeah.
going in a kangaroo pouch.
Going in a kangaroo pouch?
Yeah.
Okay. Travi?
Mine will be probably just right at the top,
That's where mine is.
inside the
Yep.
pack itself.
I kind of use it like
It's kind of my smooth.
Yes.
I smooth it out.
That's
right
what I
there.
do. I kind of tuck the sides around, and that just
Yeah.
kind of gives me like this even layer here, then my hood over top. So
Looks nice.
yeah, that's right where I'm at as well. Kangaroo pouch, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easily
All right.
accessible.
So now we're starting to disagree. We've gotten all the way to the top of the pack, and this is where the ultralight, your plan for your ultralight pack is differing from my super duper heavy.
I don't know. I feel like
Osprey
that's a
Atmos.
waste of a spot.
Plus the tent.
Because you have to take your pack off anyway.
But do you remember how big all my pouches are? Like when
Whoa.
like when they say a 55 liter bag, some of those liters, like any outside pouches and pockets, are included in that 55 liters. So my pack's like a 55 liter, 20 or 30 of those is the outside pouches.
Now, I don't want to get too far off track talking about packs here, but is that real?
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, like the 55, that's the Hyperlights, the 55, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And that's just one big open vessel on the inside.
Yeah.
And I understand that that's 55, but those pouches, same thing with the Hyperlight, those pouches are like 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
You
huge.
go around the whole back of it. So I would almost imagine that it's extra.
I don't think it
it's,
is.
It's not. Yeah.
Really?
Because it's almost deceiving because you'll see the pack and you're like, wow, that looks so small, like the core of the pack. But yeah, it's not actually 55, the big pouch.
Right.
It's they also count those sides, which are actually
Wow.
nice.
Oh, no, dude. That's one of the things that draws me to the outside.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm not an ultralight packer, so I don't have that luxury. It'll be interesting. But the same thing with that Hyperlight is their outside pouches, their kangaroo pouches, like 2 pouches instead of 1.
Yeah.
And they're just massive. So I could see where you could take just so much out of your inner compartment and put that on the outside and just be rock.
For sure. Like my North Face, it's just a gigantic sausage on
Yeah.
my back. There's no pouches, and it's a 65, and it looks like a 65. Like it's a gigantic
Right.
looking pack.
Well, I guess that's where I'm getting confused. Okay, I don't want to
Yeah.
get too far off.
Hmm.
All right, let's keep going. Top of the pack: fleece jacket and pants. I'm talking. This is a sunny day, but you never know when the weather changes. You got a little extra pair of pants out. Maybe we can call it rain pants. And then you got a fleece jacket, your mid layer. So sunny day, but you want to keep those layers handy. Where are you putting those?
I wouldn't have a fleece jacket. That would be my puffy. Because my puffy's not like a heavy duty puffy, the Patagonia Nano puff.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have a fleece, but like rain pants, I would put on kangaroo pouch.
Kangaroo pouch?
Yeah.
Okay. Travi? And hold on really quick, Travi.
what kind of
I'm
rain
sorry.
are we talking here?
Well, I'm talking
Just
enough rain that you're going to need that extra layer. Where's that layer going to be?
Like any alternative outside clothing.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I have a nice, like super lightweight rain top that came with my puffy, and that thing it gets hot though. That's
Yeah.
for damn sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
all
do.
yeah.
And I don't want to say, because when I'm saying fleece jacket, I'm in my mind, the way I was picturing this was like that mid layer.
Oh, okay.
So
Chances are I'm putting that in my sleeping. Like that's normally my sleeping. It all depends. I mean, yeah, like it depends on what the weather is.
I find that my layers change like 5 times a day.
Oh yeah.
So I'm always, every time I stop, I'm either too hot or the sun's too bright or something, or the wind's kicking up.
Yeah.
So I'll put on that mid layer, but then the next time we hit elevation or we go through an elevation gain, I'm taking the mid layer back off, or it starts getting a little bit towards the sundown and you put that puffy on. So I'm constantly adjusting that. My mid and my puffy jacket is both on top.
Yeah, I don't adjust that much. I think I'll start the morning out in my lightweight little puffy jacket, and 2 miles, not even that, like 3/4 of a mile, I'm ready to take the jacket off. And
Dude,
now
there's-
that I got those nice joggers, those
Yeah.
things are beautiful. Those are cool, and it can be warm out and they're comfortable,
And
so I
cool.
don't got to worry about
like they're cool.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm jazzing.
Yeah, you
out
are
there.
jazzing, dude. I will be in, like, I the one kind of comes to my mind just because it's the most recent, is when we came off the trail and we got photos and stuff when we saw you. We were getting ready to be on that shuttle boat thing, and it's like dead of the day. It's hotter than hell out, and I'm in my mid puffy and pants. Like I feel like even if it's sunny out to like your day hiker that's out there just for a little shit and giggle, like My core temp is just all over the place constantly. I don't know what it is, dude.
Well, down there, it gets cool once that shadow hits.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
That's for sure. But we were on Hurricane Pass in our full puffies. I think at that point too, it was like I was sunburned too.
Yeah, like I was like the last probably 2/3 of that trip, shorts, sun shirt, puffy is all I had every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was pretty crazy, the temperature difference between being out there in the direct sun and then hitting that nice, cool forest shadow.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, I do. I admit it. Top of the pack items. Let's get, I just want to roll through these quickly because I know we're running out of time. But top of the pack items, say yay or nay, first aid kit. Yep. Top of the pack, water filter purifier.
Yep.
Top of the pack,
side pouch.
Toilet supplies.
Side pouch.
Side pouch. Side pouch for me, toilet supplies.
Because I have 3 side pouches.
Oh, I was thinking top meant the outside. So yeah, side pouch on the water filter.
Like the hood.
Okay.
The hood? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I don't care. I'm just going through the things that I thought would be at the top of the pouch. And if you guys disagree, then you say it.
I didn't know if you meant top pouches in the hood or the top of your bag.
Right. Yeah, I mean the hood.
Okay.
Is what I mean.
Yeah. See, and I don't have a hood, so most of that stuff's going in the side pouch.
All right, now let's get to the accessory pockets.
Now.
Okay, so we're going to shred through these, okay?
Gotcha.
So, yays or nays, or just say where you're putting it real quick. Map.
Okay.
Map.
Top. Map pouch.
Top. Compass.
You got to get a map pouch.
Top. GPS.
Top.
That's all phone, isn't it? Back pocket.
He has his Garmin.
Phone's going hip pouch.
Phone's going hip pouch.
Garmin
GPS going top pouch. Okay, sunglasses.
String around the neck.
String around the neck.
Oh, mine are loose.
Loose?
In the pocket or on the face.
Okay, sunscreen.
Top.
Top.
It won't be out. I'll put it on and then forget.
Okay, so
like at camp in the morning.
So you're putting it in your pack or the top of your or in one of your accessory
It'll probably
pockets?
go away with like where all the
toothpaste.
Yeah, my toiletries.
Okay. Lip balm, I assume is the same thing. Yeah. I'm going accessory pocket.
Yeah, hip pouch.
Yep. Headlamp.
Top.
Yeah.
Bug spray.
Top.
Depends if Brad brings bug spray. I won't bring any.
Snacks.
Hip top.
Hip belt. Hip and top.
Yep.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Top. Okay. I'm going hip and top on that. Water bottles.
Side.
Hopefully.
Shoulder strap.
Shoulder. Yeah.
Okay. Rain cover. Rain cover for your pack is what I'm saying.
Don't even bring it.
Don't even bring it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those get saturated anyways. They're not really rainproof.
I agree. I'm with you. I did buy one for my Osprey, and I found that out the hard way. So I'm there for that. I think your contractor liner is a far better idea at protecting your pack than one of those rain covers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Car keys.
Oh, Lord. Where do I put those? Oh, I have those always in like a secure zipper in a Ziploc bag. And if it's in the top or wherever, I can keep it safest no matter where.
Yeah, it's usually like my wallet, my permits, my key, the important stuff.
In the top, the hood?
Yeah.
Because you should never have to access it. You should just, maybe your ID for some reason.
Right.
But that should be, you could keep that where your map is.
Right.
And,
in the top.
Yeah.
So I will say, too, that I looked this up earlier. Most packs do also come with a little clip inside of your hood pocket. And those are specifically for your keys. They're easily accessible.
Used it on any bag.
Well, valid. But I actually do. I did on this last one, so I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
it makes those into your hood pocket. They won't go anywhere. You won't lose them. And then at the end of your trip, when you're exhausted, you zip that hood pocket open, grab those keys out of there, throw your bag in your car, and you outie.
Ideally, I just don't have keys. That's best case scenario.
Yeah, let somebody else do the work.
Yeah.
Well, touche. All right. Well, I guess the next one is ID in your stash of cash, and you guys just both said you go in top pocket on those.
Yep.
All right. To me, I'm done. Those are the categories I wanted to get to. We kind of covered everything. I know we covered it quick, but come back and listen more and more, and you'll pick up more and more. But it's just that was fun to me, dudes. It was so much to be able to cover. I think we did it in a decent amount of time. I think if you listened, you understood kind of where you're putting it. And this, once again, this is our way of giving this information.
And
we ain't buttoned up.
And like Travis's intro, before every trip, I pack and unpack my bag like 20 times.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's changing throughout the entire trip.
Yeah, I mean,
because weather's going to be different.
Right.
Like everything's a little different.
I'm with you, but I think that, I mean, maybe your guys' experience is different, but me going out without a shred of clue of what I was doing compared to learning as I went.
Yeah.
As I stated in the beginning, my pack is just, it's a learned behavior. It's learned thing over time of you trial and erring. And to your point of packing it, repacking it, or unpacking it, repacking it, and going through that rigmarole dozens of times before you go.
Yeah.
That is that trial and error happening in real time.
And that's why like we said, we do the gear shakedowns.
Yep.
That's why those are important.
Fantastic
because you're learning
idea.
everything. Yeah.
Yep. Go out there. If you're about to do 50 miles or 100 miles, something like that, go out on a 7 to 20 mile hike and just see what it's like, or an overnighter. See what it's like. Get used to the rhythm of taking stuff in and out of your pack. Get a little exhausted. See how that rolls, dude.
There's other bonuses. You find stuff you forgot to pack.
Yeah.
You kind of dial everything in.
Yeah, most of the time I don't find anything that I forgot to pack outside of like, it'd be really cool to have this kind of a thing. But most of the time it's, well, that is my point, is that most of the time it's like, I'm not taking this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like everybody learns their lessons on, you know, what they take, what they don't take, and how they pack their pack. And like Brad said, it's going to change. Everybody has different preferences of what they find important, you know, and to have easy access to or whatever. And so I think, we covered like basically how, you know, it's done in general, but you'll figure your own way that you like it best and what's comfortable for you. And it'll be freaking sweet. And you'll be just freaking like Brad, just packing that thing, unpacking it, put it all back, bing, bang, boom.
Blindfolded.
Slap it on and go another 20 miles.
I think we went long enough. Let's get the hell out of here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys want any more of us, check us out at bustedpretty.com or check us out at bustedpretty at Blue Sky. Hit us up. We're out of here.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep on sauntering.
Goodbye.